Hey guys, this is Travis from LostHiker.com. I was doing a couple more reviews of some things I'm going to start using this year, particularly this season of kayak fishing. And one of the big things that I'm going to be using in some of the tournaments is the Hawg Trough. I'm not really sure who actually makes it. It may just be Hawg Trough. I don't know. But there's several companies that carry them. Most of them put their own brand on them. I know Austin Kayak carries them. The guys at Hook One or KayakFishingGear.com carry them. That's the one I have. It's got their logo on there. It actually is a pretty nice logo. I don't think it'll rub off or anything. And they actually did a little thing. These normally, they come with the markings on them, as you can see, kind of molded into them. But the actual numbers aren't, they're not, I guess, blacked out or whatever, or colored by by a marker, whatever, like this one is. The guys at Hook One, they actually took a Sharpie or a paint pen one to the numbers on these and kind of made them pop a little bit better. That way you can see them when you're doing photos for CPR or the catch, photograph, release tournaments. And these things are actually, they're quickly becoming the standard measuring device for a lot of tournaments for kayak fishing, mostly because they'll run for any range of 8 inches all the way up to 30 inches. So they're perfect for bass fishing, which is what I'll be doing. You just square up the nose of the fish right in here, and it kind of sits in this channel. And this is recessed pretty good. It's kind of bowed down pretty good, so they'll kind of sit down in there. And most of the tournaments, the rules state that when you lay a fish on there, you can kind of have your hand on it as long as you're not blocking where the nose contacts this plate right here, or where the tail comes down to where this measures. Now the only thing that I'm going to change on this is I am actually going to go back with a Sharpie and touch up all the markings, because that is going to be critical, especially in a tournament situation where it may come down to just a fraction of an inch difference between you and somebody else, and that's that fraction of an inch may win you a tournament or put you in a top spot, whatever. So anyhow, I just kind of wanting to show this thing off a little bit. Hadn't really seen any videos on them, just seen a few pictures and stuff mentioned about them in forums, but that's basically it. So I figured a lot of other people were just as interested in it as I was, so kind of wanted to put it up for them. These are available in one other color, which is white. I prefer the bright yellow. It's easy to see, it's cool looking, My only complaint about these, and it's a really small complaint, it may not even be an issue, but it is something worth addressing, is they are a little flimsy in my opinion. Now, a lot of people won't complain, and I'm really not going to complain a whole lot because it keeps it nice and light. You got it stuck in the back of your boat, it's not real heavy, so it's not a big deal. But it is very flexible. I'm going to kind of wedge it in my seat there and see you can kind of twist it, which is good. At least you can, it's flexible. You can twist it and it won't snap on you. But it does kind of worry me a bit. And if you got a real heavy fish, if you lay it across, like if you're sitting in the seat here in your kayak, you might want to prop your legs up under if you're laying a big fish on there so it doesn't bow down too much. But you can put a fair bit of weight on it. But these things will break if you step on them the wrong way, so they're not that tough. But still, for as flexible as they are, they seem to be pretty tough. So, like I said, can't really complain a whole lot. It's just kind of one of those things. It's like, they just weren't as, I don't know, I guess they just weren't as heavy built as I thought they were. But I mean, they're still worth the $15 or $20 that you're going to pay for one. The one thing I do suggest doing, and there's a lot of forum posts about this and whatnot, is to take some Great Stuff spray foam. You see these little channels right here? Take that foam and run you a bead down this channel and down this one. Let it dry, and then take a razor blade and just kind of trim off the excess foam that comes out of those channels down there. That way this thing will float. Because as is, it will sink like a rock unless you've got it tethered to your kayak. So, little pro tip there. Now, one thing I really like about this thing, and what I'll probably do the majority of the time when I'm out fishing, is you can either stick it, like I've got my crate back here. You know, I've got a rod, Wilderness Systems Rod 135, great boat. And you can actually stick this back here, like behind your crate, and you know, I would suggest at least tethering it. That way, if it does slip out, it won't go anywhere. But what I'll probably end up doing is sticking mine. The Rod 135 has a center hatch. It goes underneath the seat there, and this thing actually fits perfect down there. And I may put a little clip on it or something there where it'll clip to one of these lash loops. And you can just lay it down in there and close up your center hatch, and it's out of the way, so you won't step on it or break it or lose it or whatever. And you know, when you catch a fish, you can just pull it out, measure them, take a picture, put it back up. It's all good. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with it, and just kind of wanted to show it off and provide my little opinion about it. I think it'll do pretty good, and I can see why it's the standard for a lot of catch and release tournaments now, that they're doing the judging by the pictures and by the length of the fish. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, you know what to do. Leave a comment below, and I'll try my best to answer it in a timely manner. Have a good one.